What's going on, my sinfully seductive people? Welcome to another episode of Sinfully Seductive CIs. Your host with the most, Queso Fresh. You see the merch. I press these myself over here. My heat press. I order the transfers from transferexpress.com. Pretty good site. They got good prices. So anyway, this is gonna be weekly rotation, no fresh unboxings, no nothing, just weekly rotation. So let's get right into it. On Monday, I wore by the House of Parfums de Marly. This is Darly. Man, what can I say about this? So this is Ultramall by JPG, but with a cinnamon twist. And this is more refined and more upscale and more like a niche version of Le Mauve, the original Le Mauve from JPG. But if you don't have this in your collection, you should get your nose on it. Sample. Said to be discontinued. The lady at Neiman's, she told me that it was going to be discontinued, but I already knew that. But it's one of the ones that nobody talks about that much, and it flies under the radar and doesn't make enough sales. So it is what it is. Okay, so on Tuesday, I wore from the House of Chanel Platinum Egoist. So this is an old school fougere with a modern twist and still relevant to this day. And it's just beautiful. If you don't have this in your collection, get your nose on this one as well. You can find this at your local Ulta or Sephora, Dillard's, Neiman's, Macy's, whatever you have near you. I suggest you go out there and sample. But it is one that you should have in your collection, in my opinion. Tuesday was Platinum Egoist. All right. Another note, on Wednesday I went with Gucci Guilty Elixir. Now this kind of like puts you in the mind state in the same vein as Amouage Reflection Man, but this has a more orange blossom white floral to it, and it's more floral dominant, I would say, than Amouage Reflection. Even though Amouage Reflection is floral dominant, but this one goes in a totally different direction, but they are in the same vein, and it will remind you of Amouage for Reflection. So this was Wednesday, Gucci Guilty Elixir Pour Homme. I don't know why they made that so long, Gucci Guilty Elixir Pour Homme. I guess they didn't want to fall into the same category as all the other elixirs. So that was Wednesday. On Thursday, I went with good old Givenchy. This is gentlemen only, not gentleman, gentlemen only. Now this is fresh. You get like a blast of citrus all through the life of the fragrance. I would say it's like a sour grapefruit, mandarin kind of vibe, and to my nose, in my opinion. And it's just a great fresh fragrance. If you haven't got your nose on it, sample. This was Thursday, Givenchy Gentlemen Only. And on Friday, of course, I went with Amouage Reflection. Now this, there's not much I can say about this that you guys already know. I am in love with this fragrance. This is floral dominant, but it's just something to have in your collection. And just when you want to be dressed up and you want to go out and you want to impress and you got a suit and tie and everything on, I would say go with this. It would never fail. That was Amouage Reflection. And finally, on Saturday, I wore this both Saturday and today. New to my collection. This is from the House of Roja Dub. This is Scandal Parfum Cologne. This as well as is a Fougere, but it has that old school vintage Fougere vibe, but also like a modern twist. Pressurized atomizer. This is just, I don't know, I'm in love with the Fougere genre. I'm going to keep collecting Fougeres, and that's just going to be my lane because that's just what I gravitate towards the most, and this one doesn't fail. So this was for Friday and Saturday. Roja Dove Scandal Parfum Cologne. So that's it. That wraps up the week. I'm gonna have these for sale, and pretty soon. I don't know how soon, but it would be on my page sooner than later. But till then, follow us on Quest to smell the best. Stay blessed. Peace.